So, good morning again, my fellow seamen. So, we have another topic for today about CBT test, which is ship general safety with the code number CBT 0002. So, let's start. So, number one question is all about additional bending moments acting on the hull are caused by the combined effects of cargo, ballast, and weather. So, that's the answer. Number 2, Annex 1 of MARPOL deals with which of the following types of pollution? So it is oil pollution. Number 3, Annex 4 of MARPOL deals with which one of the following types of pollution? So it is sewage pollution. Next, Annex 5 of MARPOL deals with which of the following types of pollution? So it is garbage. Annex 6 of MARPOL deals with which one of the following types of pollution? So it is air pollution. Next, corrosion in bulk carriers can be caused by severe local corrosion can be result from mechanical damage to tank coatings caused by cargo grabs. That is the answer. Next, guidelines for ballast water management are given by which of the following? Answer: the IMO Convention on Ballast Water Management. That's the answer. Next, if the thickness of the hull is reduced by corrosion, then what will happen? The stress on the hull will be increased. That's the answer. Next, regulations give three options for ensuring that GMDSS equipment is always available for use in an emergency. How many of these options must a ship use if it operates near to shore? What are known as sea areas A1 and A2? So the answer is 1. Okay? For our officers, deck officers. You should know this. Regulations give three options for ensuring GMDSS equipment is always available for use in an emergency. How many of these options must be a ship use if it operates well away from shore in what are known as sea areas A3 and A4? So 2 is the correct answer. Next, rules on how a vessel is built are contained in answer SOLAS Classification Society rules and other publications. Next question, shear force and bending moments on ship's hull may be caused by cargo, ballast, and heavy weather. Next, the ISM code is part of SOLAS. So it is part of SOLAS ISM code. Always remember that. Next, the ISM code means that ships must have safety management system which requires that answer. The ship must carry written instructions for the operation of the ship pollution and prevention equipment. Okay. Next, the ISM code was introduced by the International Maritime Organization or the IMO. The full title of ISM code is the International Management Code for Safe Operation of Ships and Pollution Prevention. That is the full title of ISM code. Next, the stresses on ship's hull are caused by shear force and bending moments. That's the answer. Next, the stress on ship's hull are caused by shear forces and bending moments. So it is caused by shear forces and bending moments. Next, the types of ships most prone to structural failure have been single hull bulk carriers. Next, when repairs to hull are required, which one of the following statements is the most accurate? Only the flag state administration under nominated surveyor can approve repair work. Okay. Next, which of the following statement is most accurate? Which the most accurate? Watertight doors should all usually be kept closed at sea and some may be required to be permanently closed at sea. Of course. Which of the following statements is correct when a vessel is said to be hugging? So, hugging is the question. The force and aft drafts of the vessel are more heavily loaded than amidships, so it is called hugging. Which of the following statements is correct when a vessel is said to be saggy? Okay. The amidships of the vessel are more heavily loaded than the force in the aft parts. Okay, that's the sagging. Which statement of the following is correct? Procedures for pumping operations should always be available to the crew and to be followed. So that's the answer. Next, which of the following is correct? Safety devices designed to prevent the accidental release for free fall lifeboats must be engaged during maintenance operations. So always engage the safety when operation. Which of the following is most accurate? So you must choose. The main and emergency switchboards are connected to each other but will be separate compartments. Next, which of the following statements is most accurate? The main reason for logging of exhaust in the engine room is to reduce fire risk. Okay, that's the answer. Next, which the most statement is most accurate? The emergency fire pump must be located outside the engine room. Okay, next question. Which of the following statements is correct? Self-closing levers on fuel oil sounding pipes must always be left free to operate and screw pop should always be fitted to pipe, of course for our safety in case of spillage. Which of the following statements is most accurate? Steering gear must be tested within 12 hours of departure. An emergency steering drill should be held once every 3 months. Okay, so that's the requirements of SOLAS. Which of the following statements is most accurate? Vessel propulsion. Oh, sorry. Vessel propulsion usually depends on the main engine, steering gear, electrical supply system, and auxiliary system. So this is correct. Which of the following statement is correct? Lifeboat release system can be dangerous unless operated correctly. Of course, you must operate your lifeboat correctly. Which of the following statements is most accurate? Watertight doors which are manually operated should always be fully secured with all fastenings tightened. Next, oily water separators required regular maintenance to work properly. Of course, we must prepare that for maintenance and for inspections. Which of the following statement is correct? Voyage planning is an essential form of risk management and should ensure that navigating officer has all the necessary up-to-date information. The answer. Next, all the officers who have bridge watchkeeping duties must hold a GMDSS Maritime Distress and Safety System Operator Certificate. Oh, that's one of the requirement being an officer for deck department. Next, so as you can see, all the questions are all about which is correct and most accurate. Okay. Single hull bulk carriers have had more structural failures than oil tankers but have damaged the environment less. Next, most accurate. Procedures for pumping operation should always be available to the crew and to be followed. Next, lifeboat release systems can be cause dangerous unless operated correctly. Next, Free fall lifeboats are designed for quick boarding and release. Okay, that's the answer for emergency purposes. Next, loss of main electrical power almost always means the loss of main propulsion. Next, vessel propulsion always depends on the auxiliary system, steering gear, and electrical supply system. Next, there is a high fire risk in the engine room because of the presence of flammable liquids and ignition sources. Next question. The emergency switchboard must be located outside the engine room. So, for your information, the emergency switchboard must always be located outside the engine room for emergency purposes. Okay. Next, the availability of GMDSS equipment is considered essential to the safety of the ship and is therefore included in SOLAS. Next, to operate a safe navigational watch, navigation officers need to be certificated to have completed a familiarization program for that particular ship and have all relevant information readily available. Next, the requirements for bridge watch ratings are listed in STCW Chapter 2, Table A 2/4. Okay. Next, STCW requirements navigational ratings and support level to have knowledge of emergency duties and alarm signals, pyrotechnic distress signals, satellites, EPIRBs, and SARTs. So this is mostly for the second officer and also the third officer. You must know this. Next, watertight doors should usually be kept closed at sea. Some may be required to be permanently closed at sea. Already done. Next question. Which res- With respect to corrosion of the hull, which one of the following statement is the most accurate? The answer is the thickness of the hull must be accurately measured when corrosion is found. Okay. Next question. With respect to the introduction of requirement for tankers and bulk carriers to have double hull, which of the following statement is most accurate? So the answer is the double bottom and void spaces must be coated and regularly checked for corrosion for tankers and bulk carriers. Okay. Next, with respect to the introduction of requirement for tankers and bulk carriers to have a double hull, which of the following statement is the most accurate? So the correct answer is double hulls increase vessel safety and reduce the risk of pollution, but make it difficult. Check for corrosion in void spaces. So always check for corrosion. The last question is with respect to the need to exchange ballast water, which of the following statement is most accurate? So the answer is ballast water can contain marine life harmful to the local environment and pathogens, which can cause diseases such as cholera. So to our chief mate, our safety officer, you must always check your ballast for bacteria before ballasting. Okay? So that is all for now for ship general safety. And if you think video this video helps you, please consider subscribing to my channel for more informational videos that I will upload, and please hit the like button and comment down below of what kind of topic you want me to post so that I will be informed next time. Okay? Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you and God bless my fellow seamen.